Meowdy everyone! Now this episode is a bit different. Due to some interference during the live taping, this footage was only broadcasted once. Let's just say a double-dealing character colluded with a villainous intergalactic crime syndicate in an attempt to take me down. Now it all makes sense at the end, but thanks to some finagling, I was able to get a hold of the raw footage. So if you got a problem with our production value, just remember, this wasn't even supposed to be shown. That said, enough exposition. Meowdy everyone, and thank you for joining me on another adventure today. If you remember from last time, I received a spicy tip on a new restaurant of the truck variety opening up. Except this truck is of the monster variety. Yes indeedy, the restaurant we're heading to is the Monster Burger Truck. Another not too inspired name, but you have to respect the literal approach. Wasting no time, because I could really use a burger right now, let us jump right into that box examination for set 31104, Monster Burger Truck. On the front, we see young Red Hat acquiring their meal from the burly tough chef. In the left corner, we see a living balloon dog copping a squat next to the dining facility that seems to be made of a tire. Now that's how you know this isn't your grandma's restaurant. We eat from tables made from tires here. However, we do adorn our rough and tough tables with nice umbrellas, as no matter how strong you are, the risk of heat stroke on a hot summer day is always there. But if cleanliness worries you, there's probably nothing to fear considering the tires for this automobile far surpass that shrimpy tire. So it's probably unused. I hope. On the right side of this box, we see the gimmick of this set, the 3-in-1 building aspect. You can become Farmer Supreme with a large tractor-looking hot rod, or just the biggest Jeep known to man. Neither of these builds impressed me in the slightest. When the main build on display is a burger monster truck, it would take something insane to beat that, especially considering the other two builds completely drop the burger theme. Moving on to the back, we see more action-packed shots, such as Old Boy seemingly falling and throwing their burger to that dog creature. You can see some movement effect on the counter window to show it aggressively flipping open, which must be the work of a specter since the chef is cracking open a green one by the tires. On the right side of the box, we can see the tractor hot rod pulling off a feat of strength to a crowd of trillions, and below, the Super Jeep is flattening everything in its path. That does it for the box. There's not any interesting side graphics, aside from maybe this green arc. The instructions for this set are pretty hefty. Instead of 3 separate booklets, it's just one massive pound cake of knowledge. Atop the pound cake too, you'll see all 3 stickers included in this set. Hooray! However, if you dissolve in water at the thought of placing stickers, then let this be your solvent. Onto the build itself, I have to say the process isn't really interesting or difficult. You're really just building this for the destination and not the journey.
Up next, it's SpongeBob.
Now, despite saying that,
Coming up next on Nickelodeon, it's SpongeBob.
this build did end up inverted, so to speak. The side where the window sits is actually supposed to be on the other side of the build, and by doing this, it really messed up the roof proportions. Effectively, all that means is that some extra pieces had to be added to get everything going and able to even stick together. Now that's not a jab at the set at all. This is more a user error. I just felt like that needed to be shared. Of course, none of this building reconstruction or any type of calculus that had to be done here was caught on camera, but just know that a bit of math and left, right, north, south, east, and west had to be done to get everything together. Now, seeing those stairs, I'm sure you're thinking,
Stairs? No!
and actually you'd be right. No matter what I try, I just can't seem to stand on them. But, using cinema magic, we have nothing to worry about. And look, the burger is in my hand. And since production is covering this one, there's no need to complain about the price, so bottoms up. That burger was alright. It falls into the gimmick restaurant trap where you're really paying for the ambiance and the upkeep of the restaurant and less the quality of the food craft. I'd suggest eating here if you can find the Monster Burger truck in modern era for modern prices, but it's definitely no
Acorn!
of the food district. Or actually, maybe it is. This burger, this big burger, really demands a presence, despite not being sedimentary. Wait, who are you? Oh, so this is a holdup. I guess you weren't satisfied with just losing your car. You also want me to take your life too. So, there you have it. This, that, and the third caused some real broadcasting misfires. I'm gonna lay low for a while. About 20,000 leagues under the sea, if you catch my drift. So don't fret. Even if forces of the law or intergalactic ne'er-do-wells seek my hide, we'll still be broadcasting our restaurant reviews. I want to thank you for watching our hodgepodge of footage that we could round up. And you, yes you, have a good one. You earned it.